Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you my custom Ruin Roxanne Wolf figure that I made. And yeah, now this is like a showcase video. It's not like it's like my scrap trap figure custom. Unfortunately this time there won't be a tutorial on this one, since this one was very hard to make. But yeah, here's how she looks like. I'll go over everything that I did with her and all that. As you can see, definitely a lot different from like how she looks like before. Now, I did use Roxanne Wolf, the Roxanne Wolf figure that Funko made, and I think this came out really nice. I definitely think it's probably my best custom that I've made so far. But anyways, I'll go over how I did on it. As always, I always start off with the legs, and she has an endo foot, so I had an endo foot left over from my Montgomery Gator custom. And so I used that and just glued it on here. Then I realized it was just this foot. As you can see in like one of my community post pictures, it's just this foot basically, but colored gray. And so that's not what an endo foot looks like. So I cut it up with an X-Acto knife and made it look like how the endoskeleton foot does look like in security breeds. And then I kept this leg the same, like this foot, I mean. And then I did some withering on them with a Dremel, like to add some scratches and stuff. And then I shaved off the kneecaps, and then I used an X-Acto knife to cut like a big chunk out of these like legs right here at the top, and then just glued the ball joint on, and then made it look like it's an endoskeleton kind of right there. And then I moved up to the waist. Didn't do really anything on the waist. I did shave it down a lot, but kind of kept it the same. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just a bit sick, but yeah. And then I cut out like this huge, like basically this whole side of her torso, and then I got some milliput and I made the wires and like all this little stuff. And actually I got a Q-tip, cut it and used it for the endo parts. But yeah, I just got a Q-tip. I cut off the cotton swabs off and then just cut it with a scissor, and I just had this like little rod piece, and then I just hot glued it on. And so it looked like an endoskeleton. I think you can see it better from here. But yeah, and then I just used milliput, which is a new thing that I'm using, because a lot of you guys said in my comments that milliput's actually a lot better than clay for like custom figures. And it definitely is. It actually helped me a lot on this custom. Unfortunately, I still used clay on this whole head right here, because the milliput was not working on there, and I didn't want to waste any of it, because milliput does come in pretty small sizes, so that's why. And then you're probably wondering, how did you make this endo arm? Like, you're probably guessing that I used like radioactive Foxy's arm or something. No, actually I didn't. So actually what I did with this arm, used the Q-tip thing, but like, I'll take this, my Roxanne Wolf figure for example. So I basically took the joint out of the arms. So I took the ball joint out and all that stuff out of both the arms. So then I was left with a ball joint, and then like, I don't know what this joint is called, but like it attaches to the arm. Glued them together like with a hot glue gun. And then and then right here, I just used a Q-tip. And then there's also a ball joint on the hand right here, so I hot glued that on. And also it still articulates too. Hold on, I'll put my camera in a stand. Okay. As you can see, it can still move. Okay, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, it still has a full range of motion. The hand cannot swivel, unfortunately, but I think it came out really nice. So yeah, you can still make skeleton parts without using radioactive Foxy's like parts and stuff. That's a good tip to know. Then for this arm, just use the Dremel and made all the withering on it and stuff. And then I kind of, right here on this arm is probably one of the most hard work on it. I just used like an X-Acto knife and cut off all those pieces at the ends. And then, yeah, it just made it look like there's an endoskeleton there. And it looked really nice. And then right here is just plain withering, and I just added like a little Q-tip thing, like, and to make it look like the endoskeleton. Nothing too much right there. And you might be wondering why the hands are kind of just plain. Yeah, she does have endo hands, and they are a lot more detailed than this. But I just figured I probably shouldn't. It's not really worth it to do all that detail just for some hands. And so I just kept them the same. I just painted them and stuff. and I think it looks fine. It doesn't ruin the figure at all. But yeah, that's basically how I did the body. The body came out great in my opinion. I think it looks amazing. And it's very, very 3D, like, or 4D, I guess it's 2D, compared to my other customs that are usually like, you know, they aren't like this. Like, right here, you have like the whole endoskeleton right there, and there's nothing behind it. It's just endoskeleton. This is really what I liked how I did on this custom, because it's definitely a lot more 3D instead of this like painting it on. Kind of like with my Shattered Roxanne figure, but you can see what I mean, you know. This kind of I didn't have control over though, but yeah. Now, the big part is the head. You might be wondering how I did that. Well, actually, no, you probably know how I did this, but I made this out of clay. Oh, I made it out of clay, and it was very frustrating to make out of clay. At first, I used a milliput. Milliput did not go well. I tried 2 times, was not working for me, and then I just used clay instead. Now, actually, I guess I should shout out this guy. Oh, and another person. But Rhino Arts, I used his Ruin Roxanne Wolf custom figure video, like that he made out of clay, to help me on getting the shapes of this head right, because, you know, this is clay, and he used clay as well. So, yeah, shout out to him, and also shout out to DIY because I got it, because he's also the person that I got this Q-tip thing from his like Withered Freddy video. So yeah, shout out to both of those people. But anyways, I made this whole head out of clay, and then you probably think, oh yeah, I made the hair out of clay too. It looks pretty bad, but you know. You might be wondering how I made the back of the head out of, and what, like, you know, the fur and stuff right there, or like the cheeks. That's actually from the Roxanne Wolf head. So basically, I cut her whole face off, and then I cut her hair off. I wish I took a picture of it because she looked so weird when she was bald. But actually, no, she didn't. She actually looked fine when she was bald. But yeah, basically just took off her hair and her face, and then cut out some more stuff so it was kind of hollow, and then made this head, made it like flat on the side as you can see, and then just kind of glued it on. And yeah, it does kind of look messy, but that's just because of the hot glue wires and stuff. I don't know why, it's so annoying to get them off. But I had to hot glue so much stuff on this figure, so it looks like messy, but it's just because of all these hot glue like wire things, because everything on this figure is pretty much hot glued on, and especially the head. And also, I didn't talk about the tail, but I just used the Q-tip thing and then got some random pieces or like whatever and glued them on there. You might be wondering, what's all this orange stuff everywhere? Oh yeah, those are wires, because the wires on Ruin Roxanne are orange, so I just painted them orange. I didn't make them too bright, but in some places like right here, it's pretty bright. Now, in terms of articulation, she pretty much has the exact same articulation as she used to. The only difference is the head doesn't move. So again, this arm moves, but it's just the hand doesn't. Now this arm fully moves, and the hand swivels as well. This leg can move fully, and same with this leg, and surprisingly, she can twist her torso. But the head is the only part that doesn't move, which is kind of a shame because I feel like she does move her head a lot in the game, but you know, that's why I got the torso swivel. But yeah, as you can see, this is what she looked like before. Just a plain Roxanne Wolf figure, and then this is what she looks like now. I think it's a really good custom that I've made. I really can't find any problems with it. Actually, no, I can. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but the head, I just don't like a lot. I mean, it's great, in my opinion, for how long it took for me to make it, but yeah. I think it looks really nice. Obviously, there's some details missing. It's not going to be perfect. It's a 6-inch action figure. That's a custom that I made out of this figure, so it's not going to be great, but you know. And here's it compared with my Shattered Roxanne custom that I made almost a year ago now. And there's a big height difference, as you can see, but that's because this is a bootleg figure. All I really had to do on this figure was repaint it. And yeah, this happens a lot because it's a bootleg. But yeah, I just had to repaint it, this one, so it wasn't that hard, but you know, it's not the best looking in my... I made this like a year ago though, so yeah, here's the evolution. I think this came out great. In my opinion, it's my best custom that I've made so far. I mean, You got I got Burn Trap and Ruin Glamrock Freddy, but Burn Trap definitely is not my best one. I mean, there's also Vanny. Hold on, I'll bring them out to show some of you that don't know who they look like. But yeah, here they are. It's kind of going outside my place, but you know. So here's Burn Trap, here's Vanny, and here's Ruin Glamrock Freddy, and then Ruin Roxanne. These are at least definitely my best 4 customs that I've made. So you guys can comment down below which one you think is better. I honestly do not know. Well, Burn Trap definitely is not my best one. It used to be my best one. Not anymore though, sorry. I have to say it's either Ruin Glamrock Freddy or Ruin Roxanne Wolf. I think I'm just gonna say Ruin Roxanne Wolf, I'm not gonna lie. Because she definitely looks just a lot more detailed and stuff. Even though I got this guy right, it's just that like I think this is a cooler character, not gonna lie. But yeah, I think her design is a lot more detailed and stuff, and I got all those details correct on her, I mean. And Ruin Glamrock Freddy, I did the same, but you know, he's not as special in the game because, you know, he wasn't ruined before, so that's why. Then we got Vanny. I think she's actually very accurate, but, you know. Anyways, a lot of you might know, like, be wondering, like my old fans, like, hey, why you have a different setup right now? Like, I'm in a completely different room, because I'm usually recording outside. But yeah, I'm not recording outside because it's like annoying to record outside, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of bugs that'll just bite me and stuff, and then also the lighting is horrible. I hate the lighting outside. And then there's just so much noise. It's so much quieter now. All you can hear is my voice, which is very nice. Unless like you can hear the clock ticking, I can hear it, but probably won't hear it on camera. But yeah, that's why I'm in a different area. I'll probably keep this area while I'll do that, but you know. Now you might be wondering, hey, where's the process of you making this custom? And also a hairpiece just fell off. That's fine. I'll just hot glue it back on. It's really annoying to glue them on all the time, but you know. Well, I didn't record a process for this one since I did do a community post and you guys voted for me to do a showcase and then if I can to do a tutorial on it. Now for this one, I will not be doing a tutorial since this is very hard to do. So yeah, maybe some of you, I know some of you could definitely do this, but yeah, this was so frustrating to do. Honestly, just don't, like if you wanted to get it super accurate, don't not make this figure. Just because it was very hard on me to make this custom. Let me move these guys out of the way. They're kind of taking up the spotlight, not gonna lie. Come on, get out of here. But yeah, it was very hard. This custom definitely was very hard for me to do, which is why I have not been uploading a bunch. But it was very frustrating and annoying to make. But she came out very good. Definitely my best custom, in my opinion, that I've made so far. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments. Also, you might be wondering, hey, you don't sound that, like, excited right now. Yeah, I don't because I'm sick. I'm actually pretty sick right now. So, I am, but my voice sounds really bad because I have a lot of mucus in my throat. And it hurts to talk, not gonna lie. So that's why I don't sound like best right now, because I am sick and I have a bunch of mucus in my throat, so, and in my nose, so it makes me sound like really weird. But I have to get this video out, so yeah. Here's these guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was super long, but hopefully you guys watched it till the end, and I hope you enjoyed. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. And peace out. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll really help me out.